The Canadian Wushu National Championships have come to an end. As president and head coach, really pleased with our team's performances. I think our objectives were certainly met. We had very strong performances from Kaylin Cox. And, part of the reasoning of us attending this tournament was to get in some preparation for the 17th World Wushu Championships, which is being held in Brazil from September 1st to 7th. It's the biggest competition on the global Wushu calendar. And really happy to see Kaylin come out with 3 really solid performances. He works with a number of coaches within our region, and the feedback from the coaches was really positive, and they commented on his improvements over the last few months. So that was really positive. Continuing with Tolu, we had Joshe Allen Lamontan, a traditional kung fu practitioner who recently has been training with the Bermuda Central Association team, has learned some modern wushu. So her last event was a modern wushu, and she actually managed to win a gold in that event. And then today, Sunday, she had 3 traditional kung fu events, starting with the open hand form, in which she won bronze, and then she also won bronze in traditional short weapons, in which she performed a broadsword, and then she went on to win gold in traditional long weapons, where she performed the spear. Also in Tolu, we had Geraldine Sitters, 14-year-old Geraldine Sitters, who is pushing to qualify for the Youth Olympic Games in 2026 or next year in Dakar, Senegal. She performed in 2 different divisions, the first one being open hand form, in which she performed the routine she's going to be performing next year. She's actually not in that age group as of yet, but because it was an open division, we took the opportunity for her to practice her new routine that she will be performing at the Olympics if she was to qualify. Very good for her first effort performing the form. Obviously, she's literally just finished it, so still a lot of work to do. The other form she would need to perform is Gungshu, which is staff, and we're still a ways from finishing that, but we're hoping to have that wrapped up by the end of September so that she can have a solid 6 months to practice that before the Junior World Wushu Championships, which is mandatory to compete in if you're going to compete in the Youth Olympics. So she also competed in Group B, which is her age group, 12-14, in the national category. She also carries a Canadian passport, and as a result was able to compete in the national category. And the national category is laced with all of the elite athletes. It was not a top 10 finish, but a very positive result from Geraldine. On the Sunda side, we had Raya Simons as well as Ko Durham, both athletes who have qualified for the World Wushu Championships in Brazil. We've just learned that, unfortunately, Ko will not be able to attend the championships due to other commitments, which is a great disappointment because he's had a really good year of training and as well as solid performances. But nevertheless, he did perform here, and he unfortunately in his first match was taken down on a platform that I don't deem the safest. I spoke to the organizers and I said, I let them know that the mats need more cushion, and he had a bit of a separation in his shoulder, and the match ended up in a loss in the first round as a result of being taken out on the shoulder. But a really positive, good year for Ko Durham so far, and we still expect big things from him. Raya Simons lost her first match on day 1. We had a training session last night. Krista Dyer, who is here assisting coaching and who is competing in the World Games next weekend. We fly from here straight to China. We had a workout last night. We worked on a game plan for her match today. Raya was able to execute that game plan and was able to, as a result, come out with the win after taking her opponent down in the first round, and then her opponent could not continue. So really pleased with that, particularly going into the World Wushu Championships. Basically 4 weeks to go to that, and with that win, it should be a great confidence booster for Raya.